Right, the underlying energy that we're working with here today is the Empress. Now, the Empress is a very nurturing and caring energy. She also is the manifester. She gives birth to new ideas. She gives birth to new projects. She gives birth to pretty much her own happiness, if that makes sense. So, this is a pretty motherly, magical card here. She's also ruled by Venus. So she's all about beauty, nature, and connecting with her femininity, sensuality. So the energies that are going on around today is in regards to the Empress. Perhaps this is about manifesting, or perhaps caring for someone, nurturing. There's all these energies here. Let's go ahead and go through the reading. That way it'll clarify what energies are being emanated from the Empress. The card that we have in the heart of the reading is the Two of Wands. This speaks of making a decision, being stuck at a crossroads and not really knowing which way to go. Because each path, it looks pretty daring. As you see, one wrist is tied up with rope and his other leg is tied up with rope. So he's torn. He doesn't know which way to go. But he's asking the bird for advice, which is a sign of, I like to see nature or animals as connecting with the universe in a way for guidance. Okay. But that is somewhat of the problem here. What's crossing the Two of Wands, making this decision, is the Six of Wands. So there possibly is some doubt based on your talents and your abilities. The Six of Wands basically means that this is the victory card. This is public recognition. Okay. Sometimes it can lead to inflated egos, but the negative side of this card is distribution. Neglect, not being noticed. It's not necessarily failure, but it's not really being recognized for the things that you do. So perhaps there's some fear. Maybe not some fear, but there's something that needs to be recognized, or there's some doubts or self-doubt here, or self-esteem issues in regards to the Two of Wands. So this is about making a decision. So you could be doubting your talents and your abilities at the moment. In regards to making this decision, you could be, you probably just don't, some of you guys aren't really confident in of either of the directions that you guys have here. Okay. The crowning energy that we have here is the Hermit. The advice for this card is to take time out for yourself, look within yourself, find that inner confidence in your inner strength. It's connecting with your spiritual side by going off on your own, taking time out to yourself, retreating, and reconnecting with who you are, because you know you have the ability to do it. You know you have the power. You just have to look within yourself. Okay. So that is what the Six of Wands could also be saying. That you have doubts about your ability, or you have doubts about which path which path to take within your life. But you do have the ability to do it because you've had victory in the past. Okay. And I say that because sometimes the Six of Wands can mean that, yes, you had a victory, but the next time you had a victory, or this next time you did something well, it wasn't recognized, it was neglected. So you could have, you just have, there seems to be some doubt here. In the past, you had the Nine of Pentacles. This is about, this is about abundance, self-confidence. Perhaps you felt more confident in where you were in the past. You could even be feeling stuck. Maybe even lonely, guys, in the past. But I think that you guys had more confidence in the past, since the issue here is having to do with the confidence to pick which path you want to take. In the past, you had a good amount of confidence. You had grace. You still do have those things. They'll never leave you, but you feel more confident. You felt more confident in the past. Your confidence was more pronounced in the past. In the present, though, you have the Ace of Swords. That to me says that at this time you're beginning this journey with new ideas, a new perspective, and even perhaps a victory right now. Yes, perhaps you're receiving a victory, or you're going about getting your victory now. Okay. For some of you, maybe this decision is in regards to your victory. You're not sure which way to go, because your victory's at stake at the moment. But that's weird. I think you're having issues with confidence at the moment. I really do. Manifesting your next goal, your next path. It's proving to be quite slightly difficult because you don't have that confidence. In the future, you do have the Four of Pentacles. This is feeling vulnerable, so you have all of your things close to you, all of your feelings kept inside and not opened up, because you don't want to take the risk of losing them. That's your foreseeable future, guys. Wow. The Four of Pentacles could also be saving money. Keeping your funds and kind of like, having a time to spend some cash. Yeah. I'm sorry, not having time to spend cash, but saving money and spending not as much cash in the future. That's a pretty stuck energy to get here. Now, to clarify the Two of Wands, we have the Sun. So this is definitely figuring this. This is about clarity, happiness, and children even. Maybe you guys are deciding to have children. The Empress, again, like I said, is the mother kind of card. She is about caring and nurturing and giving birth to people. So, people, things, create, projects, life, a life as in, like, how you live your life, a lifestyle. Like, if you wanted to live in Paris, you can manifest that by doing the work and by putting in the energy towards your goals. But maybe you guys are having maybe you guys are deciding whether to have children at this moment, because this is the Sun and there are children in the card here. Maybe you guys are deciding to have children. Or maybe this is just a path towards happiness that you're having to decide. Okay, and the Hierophant is to clarify that Six of Wands. This is conformity, rules, structure, tradition. So perhaps there's possibly lack of a traditional victory here. Maybe things are different. Maybe they go against traditions, and that's why you don't have much confidence about making your decision about this decision that you have to make. So maybe you're seeing someone that has different, it's a different age, different race, different culture, different religion, and that's kind of proving to be difficult in regards to the decision to where to go, because when you have religious differences, or you have racial differences, or you have age differences even. You have to deal with the families with it together. And that can seem a little bit scary sometimes. And that can prove to be difficult in making your decision because that confidence isn't there. Okay. All right. To clarify the Hermit, you have the 10 of Cups. This is about emotional fulfillment, family. So this is about your happily ever after. So looking within yourself, and possibly towards your emotional fulfillment, the ending of an emotional cycle, or maybe you have to rediscover yourself away from family. Perhaps the family is the issue. Religious differences in your lives right now. Traditional, I'm just going to say all, because that's pretty much captures all of it. Gender, race, religion, culture. Maybe this is the time to go, you know what? This is the time for us to really talk within ourselves, not worry about the actual family. I don't necessarily agree with going off and never talking to them again. But you do whatever you have to do regarding of this. But this is about going off alone. With the 10 of Cups there, the 10 of Cups meaning family, and your happily ever after. This going off on your own is for your greater good. So that way you get clarity and about your personal unit before you talk about it or express your love with this person that may be different than the typical type of person that you usually date within your family. So that way you guys have a better outcome, maybe. All right, the 9 of Pentacles. Let's clarify that. Oh, wow, the Page of Pentacles. So there's more confidence in the beginning of this stable relationship. Perhaps even, man, you guys have a lot of family cards here, okay? You have the Empress, which means the motherly card. You have the Sun here. That's about, that's potential happiness, children, and clarity. This is also the 10 of Cups, which is family. And then you have the Page here, the Page of Pentacles, which is a child. Now pages can also be messages. They're scholars too. This could also be paying attention to the details in the past. This may not be a child. You guys may not have a child already or are pregnant. This very well could be, feeling more confident about the beginning of a stable and foundational, journey. Like a grounded journey. This could also be more of paying attention to details. You guys were doing the work also, but it was kind of boring and temporary, but you got it done. But I think you had more confidence in the past in regards to beginning, starting out, a stable beginning. What do we got here for the Ace of Swords? The Star. The Ace of Swords is about communication, new beginnings with new ideas and a new perspective. But the Star is about hope, manifesting, and healing. So perhaps this is what you guys you guys have currently manifested a new beginning with a new perspective. Perhaps this is the time to achieve this victory based off of the new this new perspective that you have received at this time. Maybe this is the time for you to be able to manifest. Maybe you are manifesting now, because again, the Star is about manifesting what you hope for. Okay, and the Empress is about manifesting. She's the creator. Okay. Wow, you have some really good cards so far, but it seems a little crazy. All right. The 4 of Pentacles. Let's go ahead and pull for that. The Queen of Swords. So this is about, okay, so not only are you going to be kind of keeping things close and kind of tight, possibly you're going to keep the Queen of Swords, someone that is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly, I think honestly, you guys might actually do the opposite of what this card is saying. Maybe there'll be some closed. Maybe you guys will be more open about what's going on. You guys will speak your truth. There will be no holding back this time, because it's contradicting to have the Four of Pentacles, the person that doesn't open up about anything, someone that keeps everything closed in. Then you have the Queen of Swords, the person that says what's going on, what's on her mind, the one that's very honest and very clear with her communication. So I think you guys are going to, maybe you guys are going to feel more vulnerable in the past. You have this vulnerable feeling in the past, and you feel as though you could clam up, but you also see yourselves as the Queen of Swords, someone that is, someone that speaks their truth. Okay, you could possibly feel like you're closed and detached. You're going to have some detachments here. You're going to feel more detached in the future, with the Queen of Swords here and the Four of Pentacles. Huh. That is really interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at your outcome. You have the Seven of Pentacles. That says to me that there's going to be some frustrating times as a result of this. You're going to feel a little frustrated going through all this. You planted the seeds for which is what you've manifested, okay? The manifestation is the seeds that this woman here planted in this pot. As you see, the tree is growing, but there's nothing to harvest, right? The fruit or vegetables haven't grown yet. So she still has to keep working. She still has to water the plants. She still has to give it food. You know what I'm saying? It's not over. So it's taking a bit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of work and progress to it, but it is kind of frustrating. So the result of this, yes, you planted the seeds to something that's going to be growing, but it can be a little frustrating. And the point of that card is that it's going to change soon. You just have to keep working. You just have to keep working. You have to keep moving. Okay? And to clarify that, you have the Eight of Swords. So this is feeling stuck in your head and feeling trapped, kind of feeling stuck in your thoughts at the moment. Ooh-wee. Man, what is going on, Scorpio? Ooh-wee. So you guys are feeling stuck in your thoughts. You're unable to see the solution ahead because your thoughts are overwhelming. But it speaks of progress, though. You're working on it. Although you have to work a little bit more, although you have to work towards what you want, you're still making progress, even though you're overwhelmed and your thoughts are just clogging up. You're still pushing through. That's amazing, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a Romance Angels card. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. That could speak of the Hermit card. The Hermit card is about retreat, taking time out to yourself to reconnect with your inner confidence, your inner power, your inner spirituality. He's depicted as an old man, right? So how much strength can an old man really have, right? So, but he's strong. He's brave for going out on his own. And he shows him that with all of his wisdom, with the gray hair and everything, it shows him with all of his wisdom that he can do and he can go off on his own because he has the confidence to take care of himself. He doesn't need anybody else. So with the honeymoon there, for those of you that are in a relationship at the moment, you guys could actually have a relationship. You guys could have had a wedding, family. You possibly did receive a victory in regards to a marriage. So you guys are going about figuring out which way to go, and it's towards happiness at the moment. Congratulations to any of you guys that have previously been married. For those of you that are having issues with their family and the religious differences between you and your partner. Oh, sorry, the cultural or traditional differences between your partner. This is saying that this is a time for you guys to just go ahead and take a step back and enjoy each other, because that situation is something that isn't much of an impact, if that makes sense. This is about you two and not about what anyone else thinks. So enjoy each other. Okay, let's pull a Wisdom Oracle card for you guys. Wisdom Oracle. Okay. And the card that you guys got this week is Go the Distance. Okay. Let's go ahead and read the essential meanings and the oracle message and the relationship message. Endurance, strength, the long haul. The oracle message. To bring your dreams to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuation in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. And that makes sense. With the victory card, there is no obstacle. He completed everything. Now, think of it crossed. That is an obstacle. There's an obstacle there. There's too much going on, and there's a lot of stuff you can't really focus on. So that could mean that there's a lot going on. There's religious or traditional factors involved in this, and it's kind of making everything kind of jumbled. So not only is it possibly you guys have you have doubts towards the decision leading to your future, but you also possibly are taking on a lot of crap from your families at this time. Or dealing with religious or cultural differences or traditional differences, that's making the decision a little less focused at the moment. Okay, relationship message. Aha, got it. You either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or for worse, as you ride the ups and downs, and even break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? Okay. All right. So I guess to kind of gather this reading here, this is about, manifesting your guys' future. This is possibly involving some children and as well, but this could also be conflicting with your family life at the moment. But this is about deciding which direction for you guys will be the most happiest. Right now, you guys are more focused on, possibly more focused on the traditional factors that are different from each other, or perhaps there's some traditions that are making you doubt a happiness in either direction or whatever decision that you have to make in regards to your happiness. Right now is a good time to take a step back, enjoy each other. The honeymoon card is right there telling you guys to just be happy together. love on each other. This is the time to do so, especially in Cancer. Just love on each other. Okay. Connect. Get that fulfillment of love in the air. Right now, you guys have this new perspective, these new ideas for this new beginning for you guys ahead, and that's what you guys have manifested, this new beginning. But you also manifested victory, but it's within yourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have victory. You guys have victory now. This is a good time to just be happy with what you have, and I know it's going to be kind of hard, but the process of building this future together, it's going to take some time. However, your foreseeable future is saying that perhaps whatever you've kept in is going to be spoken clearly and truthfully. It's going to be communicating. You're going to be communicating in a way that expresses yourself, or perhaps you're going to feel more detached and cold in the future. Hopefully not. Hopefully that does not speak of detachment. But perhaps possibly someone that you're dating or you're married to or together, or coupled together with, is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. That person probably is going to be, you see them, clamming up and keeping to themselves. Hopefully that isn't the case, but or maybe even having or valuing the person that you're with, because the Four of Pentacles, he isn't just clamming up and just keeping everything tight. He also understands the things that are around him, that are of value to him as well. But you have a very, very interesting outcome, guys. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll eventually get out of this stuck feeling regardless of everything that's happening. All these thoughts will eventually clear up once you have the seeds that you've been working so hard to obtain.